I admit things get messy when I'm busy baking. Watch me when I turn my messy, busy table into a clean and organized area. Let's go! Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell for more updates. Thank you! Yes, indeed, that is my table when I'm working with my cakes, but it's not that messy when I'm actually doing cakes on the table. That's what it looks like when it's busy. So, since I got married, that was the only area in my house for doing all of my baking stuff. Everything is all crumped up into one area. Since then, I have dreamed of having racks and having drawers and organizers and everything. So I decided to buy a rack from Shopee. Of course, Shopee always. And accidentally ordered the wrong one, but eventually turned out great by the end of this video. See, I was worried of all the platforms, the brown ones, that when they get wet, they'll be all deformed. Well, slowly accepting my mistake, I finally assembled it. Started at 8-ish, and it was so difficult to assemble. Took me about 2 hours or more or less to finish. Next morning, woke up 7-ish, had a hearty breakfast for energy to prepare for what's coming. Major cleaning up everything. Woke up with my sister by 9 a.m. She's an architect, by the way. So we cleared up the table before we moved it. By the way, this table is super heavy, plus the super heavy mixer above it. I asked my sister to help with the layout and everything. And I originally had the rack near the fridge, but the fridge can't open widely, so we opted for the rack to be in between the living room and my table. So I readjusted the rack so we can reach to the outlet when we need to plug something or we need to turn something on, like the mixer near the outlet. So, I still had some wallpaper left, which I used on our bedroom and covered the rack platforms to avoid from splashes or spills from deforming it. So, improvised using my cake scraper. My sister used it, and then I was the one who pulled the paper below it to even out the wallpaper and repeated it several times for how many platforms levels that the rack has. Once that was done, I made some temporary labels on a masking tape to place on the rack so I know where to place things and adjust from there. So I have this fondant, flour and sugar and everything else that I want to place on my rack. So make sure when you're doing this, you have to label them first temporarily so you have a guide on where to put your things. So I was organizing the rack already. Started with my old mixer. Taped the bottoms because there are suctions that help them stick to the table, but I don't want it to stick on the platform on this rack, so I use this so that we can move the mixer freely. I used the rack for more than a year or so already, and gathered all my baking pans, which were at the biggest part of my old table right there. the wooden table, and I have my baking cake boxes, which I labeled to be placed there, but then I changed my mind and put it elsewhere. There were still boxes that I haven't opened yet that I ordered online, and as you can see, it's kind of a mess right there. So there are a lot of trashes, plastics that were never used, or some boxes that were cut that I wouldn't be able to use again. And there, my sister helped me organizing all the boxes. And here I just recently bought this small organizers to keep my pens, my packaging materials in place, and I put them all on the table. But before I placed everything on the table, since some of the things from my table, what do you call this, rack, I don't know what that's called, but some of those things are already on the new rack. So me and my sister organized it again and threw out all the unnecessary ones, and there you go. This is my new rack, and look at my table, it's so clean now, and only a few things on the bottom. And there you go on slow motion. It's really nice to look at. I like it. Don't you like it? I hope you like it. And I dream of having more racks and a room for baking. So there you go. That's the part of my house where I bake. Near the kitchen, near the fridge, and near the living room. And this is our house is my grandfather's old house, so the paint is kind of old already, but it'll do for now. Thank you, Lord, for giving us this one. Thank you for providing everything. Well, that was all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.